Cruise vacations seem like calm, carefree adventures, until a single wrong move drains your wallet, or, even worse, gets you quietly escorted off the ship. Most passengers genuinely believe they're following every rule, but what they don't realize is that cruise lines operate with a long list of hidden policies the crew will never openly talk about. From lighting what feels like an innocent candle in your cabin, to posting a harmless photo on social media, to skipping a safety drill you assumed wasn't important. Even the smallest mistake can turn into massive fines, a ruined holiday, or in some cases, a permanent ban. These aren't rumors. They're not exaggerated cruise myths. These things actually happen on nearly every sailing, usually to first-time cruisers who simply didn't know any better. So before you unzip that suitcase or open that bottle of wine you brought from home, watch this carefully, because we're counting down 21 dangerous cruise mistakes that can get you fined, embarrassed, or completely removed from the ship. And trust me, number one is a mistake even seasoned cruisers repeat without realizing it. If you love cruising or you're planning one soon, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next few minutes might save you hundreds of dollars, a lot of stress, and one unforgettable mishap. Now, let's begin. Starting with a rule. Cruise lines take far more seriously than most passengers ever imagine. Number 1, the minibar trap. You might casually open the minibar and grab a drink thinking, I'm on vacation, ... What's the harm? But that tiny fridge in your cabin is actually one of the biggest money traps on any cruise ship. Even if you've already bought an unlimited drink package, the minibar items are not included, and this is where most passengers get caught. These little snacks and bottles can quietly stack up mystery charges, sometimes adding $50 to $100 or even more to your final bill without you noticing. And here's the sneaky part. Some cruise lines use motion sensor minibars. The moment you lift an item, even if you put it back exactly as it was, the system automatically charges your account. So what's the smart move? Keep the minibar closed. Order your drinks from any onboard bar where they're actually included. Bring your own snacks from shore, or use room service if your package covers it. A small decision, but it can save your wallet from a big headache. Number 20. Post in real-time photos or cabin details online. It's hard to resist the urge. That perfect sunset shot, the colorful drink in your hand, or a quick selfie inside your cabin. But posting these moments immediately can cost you far more than just privacy. Real-time posts expose your exact location, your cabin number, and even your daily schedule. Basically, turning you into an easy target for scammers or thieves, whether you're on board or ashore. Some cruise lines even consider this a security concern, especially if your photos show restricted areas or other guests without their permission. That can result in warnings, fines ranging from $100 to $300, or in extreme cases being asked to leave the ship at the next port. Criminals and opportunistic thieves actually track hashtags like Carnival Cruise or Royal Caribbean to figure out when travelers are away from their rooms. So what's the safe play? Turn off location tagging and save your photos to post after your trip is over. It protects your memories and your belongings at the same time. 19. Smoking in cabins. Lighting a cigarette in your cabin or stepping onto your balcony for a quick puff might feel harmless. But on a cruise ship, it's one of the quickest ways to get fined or removed from the voyage. Cruise lines have a strict zero-tolerance policy for smoking indoors or on private balconies, because even the smallest ember can turn into a serious fire risk at sea. And this rule covers everything: cigarettes, cigars, vapes, e-cigarettes, and even cannabis products. Regardless of what's legal in your home country, break this policy and you could be facing $250 to $500 in fines, immediate disembarkation at the next port, and sometimes even a lifetime ban from that cruise line. Cabin smoke detectors are extremely sensitive and monitored constantly by security, so sneaking one in isn't just risky. It's nearly impossible. If you smoke, stick to the ship's designated outdoor smoking zones. They're safe, ventilated, and won't cost you your entire vacation. Just one cigarette in the wrong spot can end your cruise before it even gets going. 18. Taking robes or towels. Those luxurious white robes and fluffy cabin towels may look like souvenirs waiting to happen, but taking them home is one of the most expensive mistakes passengers make. Cruise lines treat it as theft. and many now use RFID MBD tags to track every robe and towel. The moment you try to leave the ship with one, hidden scanners can detect it, and you'll see the charge added straight to your onboard account. A robe that might cost $25 on land can appear as a $95 charge on your cruise bill, and towels can range from $45 to $65 each. Even pool towels are tracked, so don't assume you can slip one into your bag unnoticed. The rule is simple. Enjoy them while you're on the ship, but don't pack them. If you really love the robe, most cruise lines sell them legitimately for far less than the penalty price. A small bit of caution can save you embarrassment, a dented wallet, and an unwelcome visit from guest services. It might look harmless, hanging a birthday banner, sticking up a family photo, or adding a few hooks to organize your stuff. But on a cruise ship, these tiny decorations can turn into an expensive headache. Cabin walls are coated with special anti-rust marine paint, and even a small piece of tape can peel, scratch, or stain it. Sticky residue or chipped paint often results in damage fees between $75 and $500. Depending on the severity, cruise lines take this very seriously because fixing the walls requires sanding, repainting, and sealing, all of which can't be done while the ship is sailing. The smart solution: skip tape entirely and use magnetic hooks or clips. Cabin walls are metal underneath, so magnets hold perfectly without leaving a mark. A small choice that protects your deposit and your reputation with the crew. Seems harmless, right? You open your cabin door while the balcony door is still wide open to enjoy the fresh ocean breeze. But doing this can create a dangerous pressure surge inside your room. Cruise ships use pressurized air systems, and opening both doors creates a Windanell effect, strong enough to slam doors shut, crack glass, or even injure someone. There have been real cases where wallets, passports, documents, even clothes blew straight overboard. Some passengers have ended up in the medical center with bruised or broken fingers. The fix is simple. Close one door before opening the other, and make sure kids or elderly guests know the rule. 2. One careless second can cause chaos, and a warning or fine is the last souvenir you need. 15. Sitting or leaning on balcony railings. It might look perfect. Leaning against the railing, snapping a vacation selfie, or just soaking in the breeze. But it's one of the most dangerous and expensive mistakes passengers make. Cruise ship railings are only about 1 meter high. They're built for safety, not to support a person as a full weight. One slip, one sudden wave, or one moment of imbalance can send you overboard in seconds. Every year, passengers are hurt, or worse, because they ignored this rule. Cruise lines treat this as reckless behavior, and it can lead to immediate disembarkation or fines. Add alcohol into the equation, and the danger skyrockets. Which is why security keeps a close eye on anyone leaning too far. The rule is simple. Enjoy the view from a safe distance. Keep both feet on deck, and don't climb or sit on railings. No selfie is worth a rescue operation or a lifetime ban. 14. Flushing the wrong items down the toilet. Cruise ship toilets aren't like the ones at home. They use a vacuum system that's incredibly sensitive, and flushing anything except toilet paper can block the pipes for several cabins at once. Wet wipes, tissues, sanitary pads, diapers, even wipes labeled biodegradable can jam the system. When that happens, repairs can take hours. And the person responsible usually ends up facing cleaning charges of $250 or more, and might even be moved to another cabin. It's a messy, embarrassing, and costly mistake. The rule couldn't be simpler. Only flush toilet paper. Throw everything else in the bin. One bad flush can ruin your trip and your deck's plumbing. 13. Bringing irons, steamers, or surge-protected power strips. Packing an iron, steamer, or a regular surge protector power strip might feel like practical planning. But on a cruise ship, it's a major safety violation. These everyday items are classified as fire hazards. Under maritime safety rules, they're strictly banned, and luggage scans will flag them immediately. Passengers caught using them have faced $200 to $500 fines, and repeated offenses can result in a security report or even removal from the vessel. A single spark or overheated cord at sea is a serious emergency. Nobody wants an evacuation drill in the middle of the ocean. What to do instead? Use a wrinkle release spray or the ship's professional pressing service. It's safer and fully approved. Basic power strips without surge protection are usually allowed, but always double-check your specific cruise line's rules. One helpful gadget can turn into a costly mistake. 12. Leaving children unattended in the cabin. It might feel harmless to let your kids stay in the cabin while you run to dinner or grab a drink, but on a cruise ship, leaving children alone is a major safety violation, serious enough to get your entire family removed at the next port. Cruise lines treat this strictly because unsupervised children are involved in many in-cabin emergencies, from balcony accidents to electrical mishaps to getting locked inside. Hallway cameras make it easy for security to spot when kids are left alone, and once they do, expect a knock on your door, a written warning, or in extreme cases, an order to pack your bags. The rule is simple. Children under 12 must always have an adult present. Teens must be checked on frequently. If you need time to relax, use the supervised kids club or the ship's certified babysitting service. The peace of mind is worth far more than the risk of ending your cruise early. 11. Mistreating cabin stewards. Your cabin steward, just the person who changes your towels. They read the backbone of your entire cruise experience. Disrespecting them can quickly turn into a conduct violation. Harassment, rude behavior, or ignoring their instructions gets documented and escalated to security. This can lead to $100, $500 fines, account restrictions, revoked privileges, formal warnings, or removal from the ship in severe cases. These crew members work long days, far from their families. A simple thank you, a little patience, and a small tip can go a long way. Treating them well keeps your experience smooth, stress-free, and pleasantly memorable. 10. Skipping the muster drill. The muster drill might feel unnecessary, but it is the most important safety requirement on any cruise. Missing it isn't a small offense. It's a violation of international maritime law. Cruise lines scan every passenger to track attendance, and if you skip it, your name will be called repeatedly until you show up. Avoiding the drill can result in $100 $500 fines, delayed departure, or security involvement. This isn't just formality. It is the procedure that could save your life in a real emergency. Take 10 minutes. Show up, get cleared, and then enjoy your vacation with full peace of mind. 9. Sneaking alcohol or drugs on board. Trying to hide alcohol or other substances in your luggage might seem like a clever trick until security catches it. Every bag is scanned, and once something suspicious pops up, things escalate quickly. Confiscation is just the start. Depending on what you tried to bring, you could face $250, $1,000 in fines, permanent bans, or even arrest at the next port. Maritime law applies at sea, meaning what is legal at home may not be legal during your voyage. Even alcohol purchased at ports is held until the final night. If you want a drink, stick to the ship's bar or drink package. It's far cheaper than losing your entire vacation over one bottle. 8. Flooding the sink or shower. Washing clothes in your cabin sink or shower seems harmless, but cruise ship plumbing isn't designed for it. The vacuum-based drainage system can clog easily, causing flooding in your cabin, or worse, cabins below yours. A small blockage can trigger maintenance alerts and lead to $200, $100 in cleaning or repair charges, plus possible relocation or disciplinary action. The smart move: use the ship's laundry services, self-service laundromats, or simply pack enough clothing. Cruise ship drains are not built for makeshift laundry setups, and soaked carpets are a nightmare to deal with. 5. Drying clothes. On the balcony. Hanging swimsuits or towels over the balcony railing might seem harmless, but it's actually a major safety issue. Wind can blow clothing into the ocean, onto lifeboat sensors, or down onto lower decks, all of which create hazards. Cruise lines patrol balconies regularly, and violations can lead to $150, $500 fines, or written warnings. Use the bathroom's retractable clothesline or bring foldable hangers. Keep the balcony clear. It's safer and avoids unnecessary attention from security. 7. Ignoring crew instructions or announcements. When the captain or crew makes an announcement, it's not background noise. It's the law. Ignoring safety instructions, recording restricted procedures, or arguing with staff is a direct violation of maritime regulations. Passengers who don't comply can face $200, $1,000 fines, disembarkation, or being blacklisted across cruise lines. Something as simple as refusing to follow a safety direction or lingering in restricted areas can escalate quickly. At sea, the crew's word is final. Cooperation keeps everyone safe, including you. For throwing trash or cigarette butts overboard, tossing a napkin or cigarette butt into the water might seem small, but legally, it's a big deal. Cruise ships operate under MARPOL laws, and dumping anything, even biodegradable items, is treated as environmental pollution. Passengers caught littering can face $250, $2,000 fines, removal at the next port, or even lifetime bans. Cameras and deck patrols monitor constantly. The ocean isn't your trash bin. Use onboard waste bins and help protect the CRA sailing on. 3. Feeding seagulls or wildlife. Throwing a few fries to birds might feel cute, but it's harmful and illegal. Feeding wildlife disrupts natural behavior, attracts aggressive flocks, and can cause sanitation problems or bird strikes. Cruise lines treat this as environmental interference. Fines range from $200 to $1,000, and passengers may receive warnings or be removed at the next port. Enjoy the wildlife from a distance. Don't feed them. 2. Bring in drones or unauthorized flying devices. A small drone for port photography may seem harmless, but it's one of the most commonly confiscated items at sea. Drones and remote-controlled devices can interfere with radar or violate airspace laws. Using them without permission can lead to $500, $1,000 fines, confiscation, or even disembarkation. Some cruise lines allow drones only on land and require you to declare them beforehand. Always check your cruise line drone policy, one cool shot. ISNT worth losing your device or your vacation. 1. Entering restricted areas. Crew-only signs, but not suggestions. Crossing into restricted zones, engine rooms, off-limit decks, backstage areas, is treated as a serious security breach. Fines range from $500 to $2,000, and passengers may be banned permanently or handed over to local authorities. Even climbing railings for a photo falls under endangering ship safety. The rule is simple. If there's a rope, a barrier, or a sign saying do not enter, one wrong selfie could end your cruise on the spot. There you have it, minus 21 serious cruise mistakes that can get you fined, embarrassed, or even kicked off the ship. These rules exist for a reason, and breaking them can cost you more than money. They can cost you your entire vacation. From skipping safety drills and sneaking prohibited items to ignoring crew instructions and entering restricted zones. These mistakes happen more often than travelers realize. Maritime law applies to everyone on board, no exceptions. Stay smart, follow the rules, respect the crew, and enjoy your cruise without ending up on the wrong side of ship security. If this helped you cruise safely, hit the like button, subscribe for more insider tips, and share this video with your travel buddies, because knowing what not to do can save your next vacation.